Commanders, it's time to buckle up. Frontier just dropped something massive. We have information on what the new ship's going to be inside Elite Dangerous and a couple new features also. So you'll have to let me know what you guys are most excited for at the end of this video. So to start off, we're going to have a little showcase of the Type 11. If you guys are returning to the channel, you're going to know that I'm a huge fan of the Type 11. It's one of the best mining ships in the game. So to start off, they did have a little teaser for the Type 11. It's a must-have if you're big into mining. If you can't afford the money, then eventually getting into the Type 11 is a really nice ship, mainly because it gives you larger fragments and you'll be able to fill up your hopper so much faster, even than a larger ship. This is definitely one of the must-have ships in the game.
For these years?
Into the reveal of a new ARK store item.
As part of the Ruby anniversary celebrations. Did you catch the hint? We're excited to reveal that the Dodec station type is coming to Elite Dangerous. This new station type, that commanders who played previous Elite titles may recognize, will be unlockable for 50,000 ARKs on the 11th of November, alongside
50,000 ARKs on November 11th.
Let's dive into the details. The Dodec signifies the current pinnacle of station engineering, a dodecahedron-shaped behemoth from Brewer Corp. Sitting at the Tier 3 level, the Dodec provides your system with a higher population and standard of living, as well
as higher pop, standard living,
wealth, and development level compared to its currently available counterparts.
It's basically a little bit of everything better.
Is the interest that human tech brokers have taken in this new type of station. This unique service will be present in stations for the first time with the Dodec, meaning your system can become a great hub for reinforcing ships with some of the best technology on the market.
It's pretty cool.
Can only be purchased once. When you purchase a Dodec from the game store, you'll secure an instant build credit, which can be redeemed at any time to instantly fulfill the commodity requirements of a Dodec station in your system, provided you satisfy the usual system colonization conditions to place such a starport. Alongside this one instant build credit, you'll also unlock the option to construct a Dodec just like any other facility within system colonization via the usual resources.
So you're not going to be able to do it unless you spin the ARK then?
Take its rightful place in the growing bubble in November. Next up, shall we talk about a new ship?
Yes, we shall. Now this thing just looks straight out of Star Trek and I'm here for the vibes. It looks so cool. They did such a great job with this ship.
That is right.
The Caspian Explorer, coming this December.
To Elite Dangerous is Zorgon Peterson's Caspian Explorer. Expanding on the legacy of the Mandalay, the Caspian is a large ship built for daring adventurers. Its signature rounded hull frames a panoramic cockpit that will offer its crew a breathtaking view of the stars as they chart the unknown. Assembled in the same shipyards that produced the legendary Panther Clipper Mark II, the Caspian Explorer's internal structure is compatible with some new Mark II modules, including a breakthrough frameshift drive that takes neutron supercharged jumps to a new level. Thanks to a sleek landing profile, the Caspian can also touch down more easily on rugged planetary terrain, defeating icy ridges, volcanic plains, or jagged cliffs. Mind that gravity though. You might even spot an interesting plating pattern on the hull, but we'll save that for another time. We'll reveal more.
Interesting plating.
We're happy to announce that the Caspian Explorer is due to enter Elite Dangerous via ARK's early access in December.
So we should have access to it in like mid-November to towards the end to show it off on the channel for whoever is wanting to join the PTU with us.
We're going to take a little bit more time than initially announced to bring you the winter feature so that we can focus on improvements across power play, system colonization, and the BGS in November, as well as making sure we get the feature itself right.
It's a little funny and ironic that after they introduce like this cool new exploration ship, they just have to sit there and do the Mandalay dirty by putting it back inside the trailer.
So that we can focus on for you and up to 3 other commanders, chat phase scenarios for Odyssey players.
Operations are coming early 2026.
Scenarios can take place both on foot and in space, and are designed to offer you and up to 3 other commanders challenging obstacles to overcome. Operations will give you a chance to explore some parts of Elite Dangerous never seen before. For example, one of the launch operations will see you explore the internals of a megaship for the very first time in a hostile environment.
Now for the commanders who haven't actually spent the time to upgrade your suits, now is a great time to get into that. We'll have a video later in the week on how to actually start getting your materials for it. The reason why you would want to do that, especially for your Dominator suit, you'll be able to do these operations much smoother. And they haven't really hinted at what all we'll have to be doing, but basically the Artemis suit, that's going to be a whole separate thing. You're never going to really need that for ground combat stuff. That's just for exploration. But the Maverick suit, maybe for espionage, and then Dominator is definitely going to be used for this. So those 2 suits, I would recommend at least trying to get to grade 5 if possible.
In one scenario, for example, you may start with high-octane ship versus ship combat, and after depleting enemy forces, you and the rest of your team board a megaship to continue the assault on foot, exploring newly created areas. The initial release will launch with multiple operations, with more being added over time and at varying levels of difficulty. In the long term, you can expect some operations to revolve around combat, some around mining, and more elements of Elite Dangerous as the feature expands. Operations will be repeatable, and completing them will give you access to rewards that are hard to obtain elsewhere in the galaxy. Whilst operations will now be coming in early 2026, as a first stage of this update, we'll be performing a balancing pass of on-foot combat in early December alongside the release of the Caspian Explorer that will include some AI improvements, which we'll have more to share on nearer the time. We hope you're just as excited as we are for this next step in Elite Dangerous, and we can't wait to share more. And that's a wrap for this show. Keep your eyes peeled on our social channels to learn more about system colonization, the Dodeck, the Caspian Explorer, and, of course, operations.
So colonization is exiting out of their beta phase. So this is like the Type 11 showing it off. How many commanders have claimed systems? They do have it. So there's like a construction menu that you can view and see like the different materials inside the list there at the top. But the main thing I'm excited for is going to be this Caspian Explorer ship. It looks so nice. I'm really excited to test it out and see like how much is different compared to the previous one. And I assume this is going to make like the Titan drives irrelevant for this specific ship. The fact that it's large, it should have obviously bigger access to thrusters, bigger access to SCO drives, a bigger fuel tank. So this could completely kill off the Mandalay in the game. So maybe we'll turn the Mandalay into like a Thargoid fighting ship or something. The operations mode, I am really curious to see how this is going to work. Obviously, this is going to introduce more of the ground combat scenarios back inside the game, which have been sort of lacking lately. But the thing that I'm most curious about for the people who like to play solo or in private groups, are they going to be able to have like a mission queue up where it like loads you into a server together, sort of like how they do CQC? Or is it going to be just like a solo commander is actually able to launch it? Like you don't actually need 4 people. Because it sounds like you are going to need a decent sized group. So we'll have to wait for this feature to come out in game before we're actually able to fully test it out. It's kind of crazy though, the Caspian and the Clipper are made by the same company. They look completely different. But you guys will have to let me know. Are you excited for this new feature? If you are, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys out there in the next one, especially whenever we get early access to the testing universe.